games are still a relatively new thing. I mean, compared to television and movies, video games are still the punk kid who thinks their heroes are legends. And meanwhile, movies are like, oh, your little plumber's a legend, huh? And after just 30 years, aw, that's adorable. Turns out movies are kind of dicks. Nonetheless, gaming still has its pioneers. The only thing is, while some of those pioneers are straight up OGs, they're still bringing it even today, some of them are just old. Some of them never really figured out how to evolve with the industry they helped to create. Don't let the voice fool you. Frogger's one of them.
Here we go. Let's check this place out.
So it was 2002. That's 21 years after the original Frogger. Frogger was old enough to drink when this came out. In gaming years, that's ancient. And obviously the gaming landscape was completely different. It was almost a law. Couldn't do 2D games anymore. Not on consoles, at least. So when Konami set out to revive Frogger, they were playing by a 2002 set of rules for a game that was at its best in 1981. I mean, I'm not a math guy, but that was probably their first mistake. Half of the problems with Frogger Beyond are conceptual. There's just no reason to squeeze Frogger into that early 2000s platformer template. Cutscenes and dialogue and a plot. No, doesn't work. It's the same kind of crap that a lot of modern Pac-Man games struggle with. Arcade games should be arcade games. When they try to be something they're not, it's just embarrassing. It's like casting Betty White as Catwoman. Actually, that'd be kind of awesome. So you play as Frogger, who in the last 30 years got really heavy into Satanism, apparently. What the f*** is going on here? It's supposed to be Frogger! This is like Frogger the 13th. Ugh. Anyway, Frogger has to do something. I don't know. It's not jump across stuff, so I'm not interested. And since it was 2002, he had to check off all the level cliches. Jungle level, water level, mechanical level. There may or may not be a lava level. That'll be a surprise.
I'll take on any challenge at any time. I'm always more than happy to represent the frogs of Firefly Swamp.
Very well. Let us begin.
Look, I'm not saying you can't update Frogger. You absolutely can. This is not the way to go about it. Different environments? Cool. Throwing in some 3D-ness here and there? Fine. That's apparently a rule nowadays, so whatever. It's just, there's no way I'm going to take a game seriously when it's trying to tell me a story about this talking frog who has to travel through dimensions. It's just so tired and stupid. And in this case, totally unnecessary. Fortunately, once you cut through the crap, gameplay's definitely better. It takes the classic Frogger concept and places it in larger, pseudo-3D levels. You have to get Frogger to the end of each level, one jump at a time. You can't run or anything, that's the point of Frogger. Along the way, there are tons of obstacles to make that journey more difficult. Like, a lot more f***ing difficult. This game is insanely difficult. That's due in no small part to its awful camera. There are times when you can't even see where you're jumping, or where you're supposed to jump.
That's it. You're all set.
So, if the game retains anything Frogger, it's the gameplay and the difficulty. Moving one space at a time in these huge levels is just, it's a tremendous pain in the ass. It takes a lot of patience to play this game, even more than skill. And I have very little patience, so I guess that's my bad. The game could definitely be a little more forgiving. I mean, the checkpoints are nice, but come on, get the f*** out of here with this.
I'm getting hungry.
Fortunately, the game actually looks pretty good. Music, on the other hand, is a nightmare. Remember the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64? This is way worse. Like, why does Frogger need a rap theme? You know what? I don't even want to know. Besides, I don't think there's an answer other than, well, because it's 2002. That's the whole impetus behind this game. It wasn't, hey, I have an idea for a new Frogger game. It was just, let's make Frogger more 2002. There are some good ideas in here, but you have to hop over that shitty idea to get to them. and jumping is gonna frustrate you anyway. It's Frogger Beyond for the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh.